pain is a precursor to growth.
What's up, guys? My name is Matt. I'm a full-time aerospace engineer and laundromat owner, balancing fitness, content creation, and a social life. And in today's video, I'll be breaking down how pain is a precursor to growth. And I'll also be giving you guys a step-by-step action plan on how to transform the pain into a powerful new mindset to go conquer life. The only reason you guys are watching this YouTube channel right now of unedited, non-stimulated, no B-roll, like straight raw footage is because you have such a great commitment and strong commitment to self-improve and to just grow. You might be feeling stuck right now. You might be feeling like your goals are too high for you to achieve and you're just not the right person to achieve those goals yet. And you don't think you'll ever become that right person to achieve those goals. So you just feel like stuck, but life is still spinning and you can't, take control of it. I know that you guys want to just level the fuck up. You guys want to become that person like instantly to achieve all the goals, get the house, get the Lambo, get the girls, but you can't. And life just feels so fucking hard right now. Let me tell you something that completely changed my life. But real quick, this is my story. I've been committed to self-improvement for years. After college, I was locked the fuck in once I got my 9 to 5, and I was just so committed to just self-improvement, journey and growth and self-growth. Like I tried every single self-improvement habit that the gurus were teaching. Cold showers, I still do cold showers to this day. I tried journaling. I've been very consistent on my journals as of recently. I've tracked all my habits to see what best benefited me. I time blocked, I aggressively protected my time, and I made sure the majority of the things on my calendar pushed me closer to who I wanted to become. And that all led to me having this insane pull after I felt like I was a self-improved version of myself. It gave me such a pull to just crave more out of life. For me, that formulated into just this urge to start businesses. And that is why I started so many businesses. That's why I'm where I am today. I am managing a laundromat that I bought, working on my dream online business right now, while also managing or balancing my 9 to 5 aerospace engineering, social life. And I'm also dialed the fuck in on fitness, tracking my macros, such and such.
And life has tested me in so many ways where I am now the person who can balance all of these things while still performing at a high level. I faced burnout after my 9 to 5, after I graduated high school, after I graduated college. I got my 9 to 5, which is more like a 7 to 5. And I would still go to my master's degree classes in person. So the commute and everything, LA traffic. And I'd come home and still try to work on my business, or I'd be prepping for the powerlifting meet that I was trying to compete in. And at the end of the night, I usually get home around like 12 or 1. And I lived in a studio apartment. Visualize a empty studio apartment with just dirty wooden floor and a twin arrow bed. And I was so burned out that I would choose to just lay down on my dirty wooden floor and stare up at the ceiling till I just fell asleep. Like that's how much like mental burnout I felt on a day-to-day basis, like back then, right? So I really resonate with you guys when I say like I felt burnout. I don't know why I had so much on my plate, and I didn't know how to get out of it, but I knew like I literally could only keep going forward, and that was the only choice, and I had to deal with it. So I had to sit in that like pain and overwhelm of burnout. My life was like very high peaks, super high performing, super very productive. Everything was clicking, and then insane like drop-offs where everything would just shut off. Couldn't function, like stare at the wall 2 days in a row, sleep 16 hours, and then recover, and then go back at it, right? And I've launched like multiple businesses. I've seen so many business failures. All of those hit hard because of all the hours, time, learning, execution, money that I put into that, and they would fail. I've also seen like physical failures, like I've had injuries. It was always really frustrating to have that top of mind where I couldn't even fully squat to get stuff. Because it's tough, like just going day by day, and it hurts to go down the stairs. Like sometimes it'll be deciding factor of why I'm overwhelmed that week. And I've also seen like relationships fall apart because of what I put myself through and my end product, right? Of like when I'm super stressed out, like I'm not good at communicating, I'm not good at looking out for others because I'm in a state of despair. And I would always think, like, why the fuck is it so hard to just make it? We have to have so much going for us, all the success and everything. And I truly understand where you guys are coming from when you're feeling like stuck and like life's just spinning and you can't keep up and you feel like your goals are all the way up here, but you're all the way down here and there's no path, ladder, anything to get up here to finally get out and make it. And then the big realization hit me as I reflected and meditated more and more, journaled more and more, and really encouraged myself to think critically and think deeper about my situation. And this realization was that I literally prayed for this. I literally wanted this. I prayed for growth. I prayed for self improvement. And life, God gave me challenges, didn't give me motivation, didn't give me handouts. Pain is a precursor to growth. This is what growth actually looks like: discomfort, pain, trials, tribulations, challenges, having you step out of your comfort zone and become someone new. This is just how life will mold you into someone greater and someone else, like someone new, someone who you look up to that is greater than your current self. So, with this realization in mind, here's a 3-step action plan on how you guys can take that pain that you are currently experiencing right now and turn it into a powerful new mindset so that you could conquer life. You could conquer these challenges that life, God's giving you, because you've been praying for growth. You've been looking for that self-improvement. You've embarked on this self-improvement journey. You've committed yourself to all these future challenges so that you can improve and become someone insanely great that you can't even imagine. So here's a 3-step process for you guys. Step 1 is to commit to self-mastery, commit to self-improvement. And you do this by resetting your expectations. Reset your expectation for self-improvement as it not being a phase. Self-improvement is literally a lifelong journey. Reset that expectation that it is not going to be 1, 2, 3 years, 1, 2, 3 months, 1, 2, 3 weeks. Self-improvement spans your whole life. You will constantly be improving. And how are you going to be constantly improving? By constantly dealing with life ambushes, by constantly dealing with challenges, by constantly dealing with stepping outside of your comfort zone. You will be constantly put to the test, but this should pump you up because this means that you'll be constantly growing and becoming that person that you so very much respect and admire. Step 2 is to reframe the pain, reframe these shitty times. Your struggles right now are proof that you are on track. Everything that's hard right now is shaping you into that person that you want to become. So embrace these challenges. Find joy in being in the trenches. You won't go through these hard times again. You won't go through the same exact challenges again. Embrace it and don't waste this opportunity to mold yourself even further, to a greater extent, so you can rebound even stronger, faster. That's step 2. Then step 3 is to audit your whole entire life. This means your schedule. This means your habits. This means what you're spending your time on. This means your priorities, your goals. Making sure all of those are in line with the person you want to become, the person you envision that is capable of achieving all of your goals up here. So is everything in line? Ask yourself, are all the activities are planned for my schedule this week? Are they all aligned? Slowly making me that person, or slowly bringing in that delta between this ideal version of you and you closer? Because most people, they don't spend the time to actually even just write down their goals, but they don't spend the time to actually think about their personal goals without any social implications or anything like that. They don't think, are these activities that I'm doing on the weekend, are these activities that I'm doing with my 9 to 5 or after my 9 to 5 or before my 9 to 5, are these all pushing me closer into the person that I want to become? This is very important. So today, Just start with the audit, start with listing your goals, start with looking at your schedule, perform a time audit of your past like 7 days, see where you spent time. Were you spending 2 hours a day doom scrolling? Were you spending 2 hours in the gym, just getting after it, building muscle? What are you spending your time on? And then reassess your goals, making sure everything's aligned, and do that for step 3. So if you're in the thick of it right now, expect the hardships. Expect it to last long as fuck. Reset your expectations and reframe it, because you are slowly becoming molded into the version of yourself that you want to become. Most people hesitate when it gets hard, but not you, because you literally asked for this shit. So now it's time to become the person who can handle it. All right, go do cool shit and peace out.